Hello guys, in this video I'd like to show you the way I created front spoiler for my BMW E30. So the trickiest part was actually to start and to make some frame stick to my car. For that I used a regular masking tape and then I bent some more wires, tack welded to create slowly a frame that I liked, the shape that I want, and basically it's a time-consuming process. You bend wires, you tack weld them, you remove if you messed something up, etc. So when you're done with the frame, when everything looks the way you want, for example, here I was pretty satisfied already with the shape it looked. So then I took it off the car, checked if it was sturdy enough, if it was flat. I laid it down on the floor and I've noticed that it's actually pretty good looking. It didn't bend a lot, and this is because the rods are actually pretty thick. It's around 3 millimeters thick rods, maybe 2.5, I don't remember. So at this point I was happy and I wanted to put some metal sheets on it to create the final look. Now here I used again masking tape, and I would advise you to go with a couple of layers because it's gonna be sturdier once you use your razor blade and cut it to shape. So you can see I removed the edges, and then what you're left with is like a sticker that you translate to a piece of metal. You will see that in a moment. And to translate it you can use spray, but it's more convenient to use marker, as I did later on. And then you trim the metal to the shape, and I would advise you to not reach over the frame as I did here, because later on you're gonna have smoother lines. This is it basically covered with metal, with sheets of metal, and to my liking it was pretty much too sharp edges, but it's nothing that cannot be fixed later on. This was just a test fit to see how it looks like. Now you notice it sticks to the outside of the bumper because I wanted to make my own fenders later on to accommodate some bigger wheels and tires. And the car is pretty much track oriented. It's still a daily, but I would like to get it a little bit more aggressive, you know, with the tires, so I have better cornering speeds, etc. Now at this point I was happy. It's not too good but not too bad either, and from this point on I used some filler, some bondo as you may call it, to smooth down some edges, to smooth out the imperfections, the lows and downs. You can see that I've put quite a lot of filler on the inside corner to make it smooth, because it was too sharp for my liking. Perhaps in the very end it was still too sharp, but that can be created easily with less sharp edges. This is after a little bit of sanding, inspecting things. Now you see I have couple of high spots, couple of low spots. This is where you actually play and where you should spend most of your time on. This is high spot, for example. Another one, but this one is pretty, yeah, it's okay-ish, you know, it's nothing too bad, nothing to worry about. When I was happy, I went on with some filler or prime filler or whatever you call it. I concluded it was good enough for this stage, so I went on and sprayed it. Now after this stage some more sanding was done, and at this stage it really shows if you have some low spots or high spots or any other imperfections, so I went on and fixed those as well. And once I was happy, I wanted to give it a spray, both the base and the clear coat, because the clear coat itself, it's gonna show everything, so it's gonna show really how it will look like in the end. This is just a short process of me painting it. So this is the base color. It's the same one as my car, but it doesn't need to be. You could use some other color, for example, to show you some imperfections better. This is clear coat. Now I went on and applied really heavy clear coat because I wanted it to be really shiny to see all the features that I've created. At this point I've had a little bit of runs, that's what I've shown, but it's nothing you cannot fix, and something I did fix pretty easily. And then I went on and actually create a mold for the actual spoiler. So this is just an image of the outside of the actual spoiler, and once you peel it off you are left off with this pink stuff or reddish stuff is actually the divider, or some agent that you divide it more easily from the actual frame that you created. And you see this is not the best job. I'm pretty happy about it, but it's not the best. It was my first time using gel coat, and as you can see on this shot, I've had some imperfections. It started to bubble up on me for some reason, and yeah, it's nothing that you cannot fix. It was pretty easy to fix because most of the spoiler actually looked good. I mean, of the mold. So I went on and smooth the edges, put some more Bondo in those bubbling spots, and kind of went for a really nice finish here. And you want to be really precise here, and you want it to look as good as you can, as flat as you can, because this is going to transition on the actual spoiler once you create it from the mold. Now, yeah, these are just some wires. I'm pretty inexperienced in this job, so I don't know if I should have done some other way with the fiberglass, but overall I'm pretty happy. It's actually pretty sturdy and good looking in my opinion. It's not too bad, not too great. I again had some bubbling, but you can see that I actually finished it up, and I'm quite happy with the result, with how it looks like. Please leave a comment if you like it or not. This is just my first attempt of doing my own spoiler. It was time consuming. You can see I pointed thumbs down because at this part it didn't fit nicely, but later on I fixed it. It was actually a really easy fix, and once I did that it was like really good looking on a car, at least in my opinion. Now the edges may be too sharp, maybe it was too aggressive, but I think for the first time it's not bad. What do you think? Should I go for the M3 look or continue my custom design?